Hello everybody, good day to you, and welcome to this speed gaming presentation of the Link to the Past Randomizer League. This is the Open League, a match between Joy of Rando and Where's My Meme Item? Joy of Rando being represented today by Arya Stark2942 and Smirk JD. Where's My Meme Item? Where is My Meme Item? Represented by Amerith and Pichu Tenyu. I am my DM. I am joined on the call today by my buddy Sheen Maru. Sheen, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I am very hyped for this matchup today between two very strong-looking teams. We got a co-op AD today, so both teams be working together. Working with their partners to beat every single dungeon in the game, sharing information throughout, trying to find the fastest route through the game, and more importantly, what they can skip. Something we won't be skipping is that Moon Pearl in Sank Chest.
Kind of important when you have to do every single one of the dungeons. A lot of those dungeons are in fact tucked away in the Dark World, and shenanigans aside, you still are you're still going to need to be able to get into and clear all of them.
Yep. I think both teams going through I think very kind of traditional starts. Got the Uncle start, got the Sank start with the Aga check. I think as we saw yesterday, sometimes if you don't check Aga at the start, bad things can happen.
I definitely tried in a couple of practice seeds not checking Aga, and it worked both times, and it was terrifying both times, and I hated it, and I won't do it again. It was not so good. Also of note that Tier 1 tree pole being bombs, everybody seems to just be packing the explosives. We'll go everywhere and do all the things. Looks like maybe our Uncle starter is getting a second pull at that tree. Amerith may be heading into the castle here.
Yeah, I actually do like this from Amerith. Like noting, very easy to get decent supply of bombs. You're here. See if you can get anything else useful from escape.
Meanwhile, Smirk, who I think was Joy of Rando's Uncle Router, is over here at Saha's closet already. So, just casually wander over to Saha's closet 2 minutes into the game. It's fine. Pick up ether, a couple pieces of heart.
It was the powder, and I think the map chest in front of escape.
Powder's not bad. You're gonna need a hammer to check it early, or mitts and a mirror to check it a little later.
One of those methods is slightly better than the other.
Well, sometimes the hammer's just there.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Arya getting lots of bombs and some small denominations of cash here out of Blind's hideout. Oh, there was also a Redarang, apparently, which I missed the first time, but I saw it when Pichu got it. And that was a sword on the lumberjack, so everybody wants boots anyway, but you want them even more now.
Yep. And normally in co-op you like to keep as separate as possible, but I don't hate both runners. Enjoy random kind of converging and CAC at least the beginning, just because it's such a dense area and you wanna the area of density probably most likely to get you some clear direction you can go on after. Every other kind of direction I feel like has some flaws to it. Like South Shore without enough Zora money, like Saha or Eastern without bow, etc., etc.
Yeah, alright, so free swinging in the chicken shack, and to your point, there's just too much in the village. It feels like you're always going to find something there. Now, every once in a while that's not true, but in this particular seed, it's really going to work out for Joy of Rando here deciding that they're just going to be in the village at the same time, and they can split up a little later.
Yep.
Oh, I also missed that glove in the well.
Yes,
Alright,
yeah, glove
that's...
and flippers. Well, yes.
Yeah, I had noticed the flippers, but the glove I had not immediately caught. I'm waiting to see. Okay, so Arya's going to pick up the back of escape check. Here's what it looks like. Marith now over at the Saha's closet, going to get the ether medallion and a couple of pieces of disappointment. And Pichu's just about done cleaning up the village. You would expect that Amerith is going to come over there fairly soon. There are, I think, enough items there to really justify just going in and swooping it up. If nothing else, you're going to want that sword for everything else that you're going to do. Now,
Yep.
Amerith does seem to maybe be heading for Eastern now. That's...
Yep.
Already knowing where that sword is, I'm not sure that I would want to make this play, but, well, I'm not the one playing, so...
So it was a small key, and back escapes. Dark Cross is available, though. I don't think we saw Amerith get the map, right?
I don't think we saw Amerith get the map.
So so it's all nice. Sorry, I just didn't have enough magic to brave Dark Cross quite yet. Because if they did, they probably would have found a map there. And Smirk found Dark World access in Minimal Cave in that hammer.
That Smirk seems to have left something important behind. That would be the Moon Pearl, wherever Arya happened to pick it up. Which was, what, the house? Or the sink?
It's literally
it
just
right
sank.
At the start, yeah.
Smirk, please.
Smirk, please. Oh, interesting. So Pichu is making this back of escape play that Arya decided to dodge, and Amerith is the one who did front of escape. So maybe we were wrong. Maybe the map was picked up at some point.
Interesting. All right. And that's also a hook shot in Mini Moldorm Cave, so definitely got a lot more choices available to us now.
Lots of choices. Sequence breaking the mountain could be fairly tempting. I certainly don't mind at least one of the runners, Smirk here in this case, staying in logic and heading for the nice density of Hype Cave, although rather notable is something more of a Tripe Cave in recent days.
Oh, I think in co-op you're never going to turn down a full heart, and I know Smirk very overjoyed to see that shield.
Wow, we're just finding swords everywhere. Amerith just pulled one out of the Eastern Palace big chest.
Ooh, that's Quake. Nice Rod Cave.
Yeah, that's a place for that. It's a little out of the way. I wouldn't expect Arya's teammate to go running for that immediately. That's one of those things where you kind of wait at least a little while until maybe you know if you need it, or until you're heading up the mountain and you say, well, one medallion may not do the trick, but having two feels a lot better.
Yep. That's because, if you're not pairing it with Minimal Cave, Ice Rock Cave is a pain to get to. Unless you have that flute.
Yep.
Like, even with boots, you gotta run all the way over there, and it sucks.
If you have boots and flippers, you can pair it up with some of these water checks, and it becomes a excuse me video game.
LOL.
Okay, Gabe,
Oof.
I understand.
Oh boy.
That is hilariously out of logic right now. I wonder where the lamp is.
Yeah. Oof, and that's the only bow available outside Ganon's Tower, then. Yikes.
That almost can't be, but there are ways. Again, it really depends on how buried the lamp is in the grand scheme of things.
Yep. And I'll say I am the other member of Joy of Rando, and one of the many topics of conversation we've had regarding co-op is like, do you dip Eastern when you go to Saha? Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, and today might be a day where we regret not diving Eastern. So it all depends on where that other bow is.
Pichu picking up the bounty that was Mini Moldorm Cave.
All right, and just 3 bombs on Zora Ledge. I think Smirk's going up the mountain, so... Alright, it's going to be going for Vu area, North Dark World. Probably, I mean, even with that blue mail, I think I'd be hoping for a heart or 2 at some point.
Yeah, somehow Smirk has reached 6 hearts already, and Arya has just not been in the position to collect any of them. Speaking of collecting things, though, Marith is just about to collect the first dungeon prize of this endeavor.
Yep, also Smirk thinks it's cross keys, apparently, going in that entrance.
Well, sooner or later you have to get warmed up for week 6, right?
Yeah, that's all. We definitely have to. You've seen who we're facing week 6. Warm up can't start early enough. So yeah, that is crystal number 1 on the board. Maybe not one anyone would have expected.
The flippers were in the well, weren't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
Flippers going to cack well with the glove. So Marith's just gonna get flippers, sword, fire rod, glove, whole bunch of stuff.
And then have to go down to Mini Moldorm Cave to get the rest of the Dark World access package.
Yep.
So it looks like Joy of Rando has a little bit of an advantage, and then you say, wait, where did that bow come from? And that's wildly out of logic in the Eastern Palace Vanilla Big Key location, and who knows? Who knows when Joy of Rando is actually getting to that? Now, Smirk pulls mitts as well as half magic out of Paradox 5, so
Yep.
all of a sudden this mountain play just got even better.
Yeah. Mountain is like the ideal place you want to find those myths.
I will say that has suddenly given us a logical Ice Palace play.
Yep.
That's fun on 6 hearts, 7 hearts fighter sword, right?
Yep.
Arya finding a vanilla big key in the front of Thieves Town here, heading for the back. There's not really any danger here at all. The hammer was part of that Dark World care package.
Yep. And Arya has to very thankfully gain 2 hearts since coming to the Dark World. So 5 heart Thieves Town still scary. Certainly much less scary than 3 heart.
Pichu apparently would rather have the mushroom than the 10 sticks that the mushroom turns into. I cannot say that I cast any blame on that one. That seems like a reasonable save scum to me.
Yep. Especially when she knows the powder is in logic. It's just maybe takes a little bit to get. Right, and then it's Hera down for Smirk, for Stormwell, and for Joy of Rando. A lot going on everywhere. Okay, and apparently there is an item in the basement.
Yeah, first player in gets to do the terrible checks. That seems to be the rule for most teams.
Yep. Yeah, this is where you kind of wish the roles were swapped, and Smirk with his like almost 10 hearts was in Thieves Town right now, and Arya with their like 3 or 4 probably would have a much comfier death warp out of this place.
Yeah, Pichu is following this play up the mountain, which we know is going to reward myths, if nothing else. And Amarith is working on the southern loop here. I'll admit I'm mildly surprised that it is not just a play to pod. You've already found that sequence broken bow. Why not double down on your sequence broken bow? But
yeah, if I were where's my meme item, I would definitely feel like I got a really big advantage with that bow. I would want to press it as hard as possible.
this is not what the blind script looks like, but Arya going to do a little running around.
I think it's still... Hopefully. There we go. Yeah, never a doubt.
Worth every bit of that $20, and one pendant beside.
Pichu showing us Paradox. Smirk is going to have so many hearts after this mountain run. Oh, he already that's already got his hearts. Never mind. That is where he got his hearts. That's where the myths were. I am paying so much attention.
I do wonder if this routing choice from Where's My Medium Item reflects the idea of we already have one runner going out of logic. Let's not double down on the going out of logic here.
Yeah, true. Because you don't need. Obviously, you know the bow is locked behind the lamp, and you don't know how deep in the logic that bow actually is. Maybe it's literally only locking completion of the dungeons. Like maybe this is one of those seeds with a very silly lamp and like, you know, Turtle Rock big chest or something like that.
On Ether Tablet, in Checkerboard Cave, I've had some really silly co-op lamps lately. I'm just putting that out there. And even non-co-op lamps. It's been silly lamp week in Rando, I feel.
Yeah, a lamp is truly one of the funniest items in the game, because of where it appears.
And it's fine, because our runners have the fire rod, and they can just continue to sequence break around that lamp as long as they'd really like.
And yeah, Arya knowing about this, that those myths now going up the mountain. Will not acknowledge what we just saw. Oh.
Oh, look, it's Fetch Quest Cave, and not only can you have your Fetch Quests, you can have a heart, too.
We're going the time-honored co-op tradition. You get a crappy fetch quest item, you gotta see if your partner needs to get it. Although you don't really have to go out of your way to get the shovel.
Moldorm happily inconveniencing Pichu there. It's just about time for round 2.
Yep, just $20 in the shovel.
Ooh, that is a 2-0 lead for the Worm.
Yeah, there wasn't really anything of note in Hera, I believe. So Arya wants, they can just leave it to the end, just kind of get what's worth getting here in Dark Death Mountain.
Okay, Pichu wins on round 3. That is now 1 dungeon complete for each of our 4 runners.
Yep.
That's not too shabby at the 20-minute mark.
Yeah. All right, Ether for TR, which Smirk does have, although not the Samaria, you can't really do much of anything. I think Arya is asking Smirk real quick. Where was that full heart, please? Not where was the shovel, where was the full heart? There we go.
And Smirk says, I don't remember. Oh, okay.
Yikes. Okay.
Alright, just pick up your Cane of Samaria in a Sphere 1 location. That's all you had to do.
Oh boy, suddenly a whole lot of Turtle Rock is available. That's gross. Not really a place I'd be rushing back to anytime soon. Yes, we're heading in a desert. Much as I am not a fan of doing desert without boots, the options really are running pretty low.
I think you just gained access to
Lowest,
almost all of Turtle Rock. You've got logical ice palace.
Ice is definitely. I think after that, although I think because you're here, I don't know. It's at least worth a dip in a desert since you're already here. At the very least, to see if it's boots locked or not. And, well, maybe not. Yeah, half magic, Samaria, yeah, Ice Palace definitely looking pretty good too. Smirk.
Oh, Amarith was having a really solid moth fight, but a couple of spikes have caught up to the goose here.
Unfortunate end.
And the real danger of that is not just the time you spent fighting the moth, now you have to find the magic to go back.
Yeah. Yeah, well, without lamp, you gotta use those magic heavy fire rod shots. And
Arya
not
even
even
to turn the nose right up at that blue rupee.
Yeah, not even giving Zora the pleasure of collecting that item. I don't need your charity, sir.
Oh no. Oh, that was a really unfortunately misaimed fire rod shot.
Yep.
Amarith had gotten just enough magic to make that torch puzzle work.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Amarith has found both items yet. I mean, the fact that she's kind of skipping the bridge chest, I actually think the last item's on Moth, or she's found both items already. Arya getting the front of escape done. It'll be interesting to see what Arya does next after this. I assume probably Skullwood's trip coming up, because it really seems like the natural next direction for Smirk would be the Ice Palace, as you've been saying.
It's been logical for a while. That Red Cane makes sure of the logical implications of it, and it makes it substantially freer. You don't have to do the old Ice Palace bomb jump.
And Pichu finishes collecting everything on the mountain. See what she decides to do next. Also, follow up on this shovel. Makes sense.
Yeah, you have to go check the terrible fetch quest. Why not?
Yep. There you go. Green pendant acquired for Smirk. Blue boomerang on Lanmo.
I do wonder if that green pendant eventually gets Joy of Rando heading toward the bow.
Mm-hmm.
We seem to be seeing a lot of our runners turning their noses up at rupees.
Yeah.
Amarith gets the refight, gets the red pendant.
If you're Arya with Fire Rod in hand, do you give literally any thought to Aga right now, or do you continue to be like, we'll do it when it's better to do it, especially since you can't get that lumberjack item without boots? I think we said it was a sword up there, right?
I'm reasonably certain it's a sword. And as nice as that is, I don't feel like that is a rush item.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do get pretty free pyramid check after Aga, but again, there's still no bow. As likely the pod area doesn't feel good to either of them yet. Oh yeah, that's right. Arya can't even get in there. Of course, I keep thinking. Oh god, Meredith has 3 swords, and yeah, everyone else still is rocking just the one. Yes. Oh, hello. There's the flute. Pengators. Ice Palace.
In Ice, all of a sudden I would not be at all surprised to see Arya come to Ice Palace just long enough to grab that and bail. Maybe you wander by and you just clear it while you're in there. That's also entirely reasonable. And if so, we may be seeing a red cane pickup beforehand.
Yeah, honestly, I really do like the idea of just grabbing the flute and bailing, just because the flute itself makes getting back to ice very easy. I'll give a Smirk the time to kind of clear the dungeon, see if there's anything worthwhile. Although maybe if he does clear it by the time Arya gets over there, it'll take some time to walk over to Agina, get that Samaria, and then kind of wander over to Ice. Well, Ice Riker clearing this dungeon is very quick. Oh, there's that lamp. Okay, that's a mildly amusing lamp.
Okay, and apparently Ice Palace is just loaded, because not only is there a flute in here, there's also a bow.
Oh, well, there we go. So, yeah, very good news for Joy of Rando. I think a little unfortunate for Where's My Mew, and that's one of their kind of big advantages they had, was that bow in Eastern Palace.
And it was nice for them to get the dungeon done early, but now at this point, it's not something that's really going to cause Joy of Rando any problems. And in the interim, Where's My Meme item was not really intent on pushing it in any way. Not only did Pichu not go get that bow that they knew about, the Amarith also did not take the bow and push a pod play. So, yeah, it's advantage nullified there.
Yeah. And pod clear is fully in logic now with that lamp in the Skullwood's big chest. Yeah, I think with that bow here, yeah, you're definitely going to see Arya continue.
Yeah, if it was just
Problem.
the flute in the very first chest, that's one thing. But now that you know that there's also the bow, and you've got Fire Rod half magic, it's not like the Cold Stare fight is really that bad.
Yep.
Unless you just let the puffs come and body you. That is a choice that you can make. Smirk.
Yep. Oop. Oop. Oh, that was so close.
Okay, that Joy of Rando enjoys living dangerously, I guess.
Anyway, yeah, what matters is you get it done. Dying is dungeon number 3 completed for Smirk. And yeah, just to follow up on Chatter and Chat, yes, the lamp is in the Skullwoods big chest. And honestly, it wouldn't be surprised me to see at least one of Joy of Rando follow up and beat Skullwoods.
So that will partially dictate where I go a little.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
That does seem like the time that somebody's going to wind up doing that. Pichu pulling down the green pendant from Desert Palace here. It is interesting, I think, that Amerith is getting set up for a potential ped pull here in the near future. Now, still going to have to get the book before being able to do Desert and pick up the green pendant, but going to have the other two out of Skull Woods and Thieves here in the fairly near future.
Yep. Alright, playing this fight very cautiously. There we go. Takes down Cold Stare. To get in there, Ether. Acquired Ether from Saha. And there's the mirror.
I love that momentary pause of, I thought I was saving and quitting. You're not saving and quitting anymore, I guess.
Yep. Also, that is Ether for both, I'm seeing on the tracker right now.
And I missed what, if anything, Pichu got for that green pendant turn-in, but now going to go into Eastern, because that's where's my me and my item knows a bow is.
Now, I think this... Oh, wait, Smirk's looking. Smirk's checking Sick Kid first. And now the Pod Eastern play feels like a very natural destination for Smirk. You want that lamp Fire Rod makes pod the worst pod dark room a lot easier.
So if we're expecting the classic co-op info share division of labor, this is where Arya goes in and does Skull Woods, right?
Yes, I would. Well, probably I'll get the mirror first, I think feels okay too. Then you also got, like, if you want to do really slow graveyard ledge check right now, you could do that with your Skullwoods trip.
I do feel like knowing where that Ether Medallion is, this would have been the time to have Arya grab this mirror and then do Pod Eastern while Smirk did Skullwoods.
smirk. Remembering, oh yeah, I have the green pendant. That is blind down for Marith. Is her third dungeon completed.
So we have each team with 5 total dungeons, a little under 35 minutes.
Pichu on her way to get that bow. Oh, yes, oh yeah, with that that mirror, yeah, swamp is also a thing now.
All of a sudden, our runners just have a plethora of choices, don't they?
Yeah, this is really busted wide open after a pretty, not linear, but like you got your stuff pretty quickly, and then all of a sudden it's just been expanding more and more. So Marith on her way to get that Samaria from Agina. The Ice Palace play for the Marith, I don't think would be very surprising. Those did start at...
Oh, Pichu has fallen over in the dark here in the back of Eastern.
Ah, unfortunate. So what happened? She did have some magic. Though I guess she didn't. Oh, did she get the... She must have gotten silvers already, right? It felt like she was in that area a while ago.
No, well, yes and no. Now that we know where the lamp is, we can't necessarily call those silvers.
Well, I guess, yeah.
But Where's My Meme item hasn't been to Ice Palace yet, so it's still...
Oh, that's right, that's all right. You're right, yes. I'm getting everything all mixed up.
Think how much worse this would be if Mad Ewok Herd wasn't tracking for us.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how confused we would be right now?
Yeah, I'm confused with a tracker, boy. Like 4 people doing things at once. Eesh.
It's a lot of things. Amarith finally working on the mountain here, going to get the mitts, going to get some other things that are going to make life a little easier.
That's right. Yeah, she even needs the mitts. Yeah, before she even think about Ice Palace. Yeah, alright. Not taking any chances here. Just doing left side swamp. And like you would say, first person there, you're doing the ugly stuff.
You get to do all the terrible checks because somebody's going to. And left side swamp is one of those real danger locations too.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of time investment for 2 checks. When it has nothing, you feel bad. When it has something and you don't check it, you feel even worse. Yeah, there's Armos Knights down for Pichu, and looks like Pichu will be going straight into Pod from here.
Speaking of pods, Smirk working on the Dark Maze in the dark, ordered with explosives. What is it about this game and explosives in the dark, huh?
Yeah. Okay, I don't recall if anyone has checked Bumper Ledge yet.
Oh look, a totally unhelpful medallion on left side swamp.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, as Chad's pointing out, and Meredith, the first runner today to have the full combination of stuff that will get you into TR while on Dark Death Mountain, at least opening it. Remains to be seen if she decides to have a look inside, because I mean, we'll see what she does. I mean, from their perspective, they're missing a lot more.
Yeah, where's my meme item is several items further away from go mode here.
And Meredith deciding, yep, I am doing this. I definitely respect the play, especially I think after took a death on Moth. Spent a lot of time kind of getting all the stuff you needed to have a second crack at the boss. I could maybe like see the need to like maybe try to find something big in here.
And it's
Such
one of
as
those
that ice
classic Rando jokes. The ice rod just goes vacationing in Turtle Rock every once in a while.
Yes.
And we've seen most of Pod, and now we've seen most of Swamp, and neither of the Joy of Rando players have found it there, so it's becoming more and more likely, in fact, that either Amerith is going to find the ice rod for Where's My Meme item in Turtle Rock,
Yep.
or that it's just kind of tucked away in some terrible one-off location.
Yes, I think the worst case scenario, I mean, I hesitate to point this out, but the worst case scenario for Where's My Meme item obviously is Mimic Cave Ice Rod.
That would be supremely unfortunate for that team.
Yes. Now, even though my team is facing them, I do not hope for that because that is awful. Do not wish that upon anybody. And yeah, just answer a couple of questions in chat. So, Meyershed had the lamp, so you need to go to Ice Palace first to get the flute. So you need your mirror out of Meyershed, and the lamp is in the Skullwoods big chest. Well, Smirk takes down Helma. Already got that mirror out. Yeah, nice big key on Argus. I know I did see the map. I don't remember if the compass has been found yet. Well, I guess we'll see if Arya goes back in. Yep. Okay, so there's definitely an item in that chest. Oh my goodness. Speaking of items you like to have, those are the boots in Lava Chest.
Where's My Meme item seems to be good at finding red things. Red boots, red sword. Joy of Rando is still running around with full plastic white sword.
Yeah, and depending on where that ice rod is, those might be boots that Joy of Rando does not get.
Just 20 bucks in the Swamp Palace big chest changes absolutely nothing.
Yes, so it's nothing in Swamp Palace. So we talk about the worst case scenario for Where's My Meme. I think clearly maybe like one of the better case scenarios for them is if the ice rod is behind those boots.
That at least will give them a chance to have the boots advantage for a while and use it to play a little catch-up. Because we're relatively even on dungeons, but Joy of Rando is really only missing the one thing at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Smart getting his Master Sword from Eastern Big Chest. All right, cleaning up some of these mirror checks to the K45.
A Marith with some laser skips, but it's a map, 20 bucks. Yeah, there's the Ice
Oh,
Rod
of
on
course,
vacation on Laser Bridge. Surprise, surprise. Joy of Rando very likely to acquire those boots now.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, when you're looking for Ice Rod, you're definitely not skipping anything.
Alright, now here's a question for you. Smirk just found silvers in the Eastern Palace Vanilla Big Key location.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going for them?
Honestly?
You
See,
still
where
have
was
to do
where
you
was
still have to do
Amerith?
Ventrius.
Yeah, I still have to do Victus. Where was Amerith's? I'm trying to remember where Amerith's other sword that her tempered was.
The
How-
back of Skull Woods, I believe. Or somewhere in Skull Woods, anyway.
If I get tempered before I do Pod Eastern, there's absolutely no way in hell I'm getting those silvers ever. Not happening. That is way too long a walk. And yeah, that Ice Rod actually is a really, really nice advantage because depending on how quickly Where's My item goes to Ice Palace, they could be in go mode in a hurry, and they might be clearing out fewer dungeons potentially, and fewer really bad overworld locations than Joy Rando might.
One thing that it's done is turned Swamp Palace into a go mode dungeon for Where's My Meme item.
Yep. Again, yep, because that flute blocks access to Swamp Palace. And no way either of them is touching that dungeon. So yeah, it's very, very nice for Where's My Me item. Both of them will be go moding that dungeon. Save a lot of time over Arya. Yep, yeah, and as Diamachu and Chat's pointing out, there'll be a lot of very, very slow overworld checks that Where's My Me item just will not touch. Now, if you're Pichu, do you rush those boots with another mountain climb? Like, just eat the mountain climb, rush those boots? Or do you still just kind of... It's not that bad to get to Ice Palace, say, from Link's house. Even without boots.
It feels like the kind of thing that you would try to put off at this point, that additional mountain climb.
Mm-hmm.
But it is such a nice quality of life upgrade.
Yep. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think once you hit go mode, you probably eat the mountain climb. Those boots would be pretty useful. And like, we got mire, desert. I mean, when Marith has to do pod. I mean, Marith already has the boots, but what does Pichu have left at the Swamp Palace?
Swamp
Thieves
and
Town,
Thieves, I
yeah.
think, are the two really big ones for boots. I'm just not sure that you gain enough time back on that to justify the entire mountain climb to get them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. looks like Peaches made her choice. Yeah, she is rushing those boots. I think Marith, yeah.
This is ice for Marith,
Yep.
so this is going to put Where's My Meme item on track.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, they don't know yet, but yeah, they'll be just a mirror away from go mode once Marith gets that flute. Yeah, just the really tough thing about that ice rod and boots location for Joy Rando is just that, yeah, both of them just like made it up Dark Death Mountain without all the pieces they needed to get into TR, and just like going back up there is just like, it's not really something you want to do.
That was a very interesting hammer hit from Arya on the Moth, but, you know, you'll take it.
Yeah, Pichu checking out Ether Tablet before going into TR again. Makes sense. No mirror. They don't know where mirror is, so you gotta get this stuff done before you take the plunge in the dark world. Alright, getting that sword, and assuredly thinking to himself, wow, this would have been a lot more useful earlier.
Why didn't I do this before the Moth? Oh yeah, because I'd already found one item, and there's no way you don't just rush the boss there.
Yep, here's the ped check. Just 3 bombs. No pistol. I mean, we already knew Ped was dead, but not even anything fun on there. Alright, Arya's gonna get their tempered here. Their pod Eastern. Yeah, we'll see if Arya decides it's worth it or not to get those silvers. I mean, they have Kate. Like, honestly, I think I would skip silvers in their situation. Arya still hasn't been to Saha yet. Still needs to get that ether. And yeah, Flute was in Pengators. Yeah, Amarith most definitely has it. Alright, Smurf checking territory. Yep, just... What is really left?
Has Joy Rando been to Catfish?
No. I think this is the first... I don't think anyone's checked Pyramid Catfish yet, like any team, right? Yes, that's a question chat. Yeah, so mirror is in Mire Shed. So once the Marith activates that mirror and goes to Mire Shed to check that out, Where's My Meme item will be in go mode. Meanwhile, unfortunately, the Joy of Rando's go mode is on Laser Bridge in Turtle Rock. And they are looking for that ice rod.
I do think they're starting to come down to the point where probably Smirk is just going to wind up diving Turtle Rock looking for it, because Ari's been through the 3 dungeons that Smirk doesn't have yet other than TR.
There really isn't a whole lot left. And all right, it looks like Arya decides, yep, it's worth it for them to get those silvers. So
Pichu collecting the boots there. Not necessarily the happiest feeling in the world at 55 minutes, but at least the long, slow night of walking through Hyrule is over.
Yep. Activating the flute. Like again, you have to think that Mire is a very natural destination. You, at the very least, you want to see what that medallion is. Oh, okay. Looks like we got a ped check coming up. Yeah, I mean, ped is acquirable for Marith with that book.
And do I need to rush Desert right now or not?
Yes.
This is the answer to that question.
Yep. The answer is no, but she will be able to soon anyway. There it is, right to Mire. Or Marith, she'll see that they have the required ether. And once she goes in the Mire shed, Mir is waiting. Smirk picking up lamp.
And with that Mirror collection by Amerith at 57 minutes, Where's My Meme item is the first of these teams to enter Go mode.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out, because obviously while Where's My Meme item entering Go mode first, I think she still has a fewer dungeons cleared. But we'll have boots for a lot, all of these dungeons left that she needs to beat, and I will be Go moding like pretty much everything after this, knowing where Go mode is, knowing that she doesn't have to check anything in Swamp. Just get what she needs. Oh, she has beaten Ice, so it hasn't been marked yet, but yeah. Or no, she will be beating Ice after this. Still has to pick up the 2 item. Where were the silvers are pretty free in Ice, weren't they?
I think they're in Spike U, so yeah, that's basically... Yeah. You're touching that chest anyway. You're going to hookshot right to it.
So yeah, that's a much easier decision, I think, than Eastern Big Key chest. Sword Pichu's missing. I don't believe she's beaten Skull Woods yet, so I would imagine her Tempered is in Skull Woods Bridge chest. But yeah, Pichu needs to be careful. That's oof. Master Sword, Trinex, no joke. Even with the hammer. Very easy to get out of hand. Takes down the Ice Head. Spark acquires his Tempered Sword. Taking down Moth.
And Pichu gets the Trinex kill. Put a 5th dungeon on the board there.
Yeah. Well, what little is remaining? I mean, if you're Joy Rando, you're probably starting to think, okay, TR is probably or highly likely to be the answer. if that is, I mean, you may just like hope like, okay, maybe boots are just in GT or something, and we just like clear everything we have on the ground, so that we can just, if Ice Rod is in TR, we can just go to GT from there. They don't really have a whole lot remaining. They've kind of like both, between the two of them, they've kind of hit up a lot of this overworld. They've like been clearing out their dungeons.
Amarith is having a lot of trouble getting spooky here. And now just going to dodge it and go the old-fashioned way.
Alright, so Pichu going into Ice Palace, getting first step to her go mode. Get that flute, pick up those silvers.
Amarith with that mire completion, now going to clean up desert while still in the area.
Yep. Alright, there we go. There are silvers for Pichu.
And Arya takes down the Helmsor King. So Arya needs to clean up Mire Desert before heading to the mountain.
Yep.
Smirk just needs to clean up the back of Thieves here, and then a quick
Swamp
go mode
House. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Mire isn't knocked off, but did
Smirk was there.
Smirk was there, I guess. Okay, Smirk was there. Definitely beat it. Which, yeah. Just remind everyone watching, we have one person keeping track for all 4 people today. Keeping track of 2 people is already a Herculean task. Keeping track of 4, very difficult. So, huge shout-outs for Maddie Lockherd.
Pichu with a lot of Fire Rod there, has 1 puff left and 1 slash gets the job done. Ice Palace in the books. And Amarith pulls down the green pendant from Desert Palace.
Yep, and well, everyone else is cleaning up what they need to. Just, again, be sure to give all of our runners today a follow. All their Twitch channels are all great runners, all great people, putting on a wonderful show for you today. And of course, give a follow to my co-com, Mindium. Always puts on quite a show himself. Him and I have kind of a similar approach to Rando in that if you like seeing people be forced to full clear siege just because Rando gods look down on us while being very entertaining doing so. Mind DM is your guy.
Well, somebody has to balance out the Smirks and Gamachus of the world, right?
Yep.
Smirk flutes to 1, and then I think there was that moment of realization of, I left a crystal behind. I want to be able to go into GT after I finish TR.
Yep.
And it really does look like that play into TR, having all of the right items at the right time, has really worked out in Amerith and Where's My Meme Items' favor.
Yeah. Even
Because
with
they were down fairly substantially not all that long ago, and now they're just absolutely crushing dungeons.
yeah, especially Marith had some difficulties. She was like well behind Smirk, but she's like go moding Swamp now. She's gonna go mode it much faster than Smirk will be able to. Like she's going to close the gap quite substantially. So yeah, the end of this race is going to be very interesting, I think.
Opening those couple of on-the-way chests, I wonder what you could be looking for at that point. You have silvers, unless Meme Item neglected to site check the library and or has forgotten where that sword is.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe it's just the chance to pull another heart.
I mean, maybe she's just fluffing too.
That's possible.
Nothing wrong with a good fluff. Oh yeah, a bottle. Yeah, as Came here brings us. Yeah, a bottle. You know, a free bottle would be pretty nice. Yeah, Meredith is rocking 0 bottles right now. Like both. Both my team members? Where's my meme item? No bottles to speak of. Which is definitely something to keep in mind for GT, even with 12 hearts. Enemies there can chew through your health pretty quickly. A lot of the stuff in GT does not care what level mail you have.
Well, one of those bottles was in Checkerboard Cave, and given that Meme Item was mere go mode, I'm pretty sure neither of them have that one, so it's a question of where the other bottle Smirk has is from.
Yeah.
Pyramid Fairy,
Pyramid
right.
Fairy, yep.
That is also a thing that Where's My Meme Item has not done and will not do.
Yep, so yeah. I mean, there certainly could be bottles. I mean, we've seen pretty much everything else, so I mean, there certainly could be bottle in GT, bottles plural in GT. So you kind of, for their sake, you kind of hope that there's something useful in them.
Sometimes the seed is not forthcoming and you just have to game.
Yeah, so these safety items that Joy Rando has, like Cape, like game item, probably not getting that either.
Smirk pulling down the crystal from Swamp Palace just has Turtle Rock left. The question now becomes, is there anything else outstanding that he wants to do first?
Yeah. Yeah, if there was, in this situation, I'd be like, Smirk, no, go to TR. No, go to TR. Don't do any of this other garbage. Go to TR.
It's looking more and more like Amerith is going to be the first of these forerunners to get into GT because that even though the big key for Pod here is in the back. It's going to take less time for Amerith to get that than it is for Smirk to slog the entire length and breadth of Turtle Rock.
Yep, and they have mirror while they're up there, whereas Amerith did not. So Mimic Cave is getting checked for certain. So that's another pretty slow check adding on to Joy of Rando's time.
In before it's another bottle.
And it looks like Arya is gonna bite the bullet here and do Spike Cave. While Smirk goes into TR.
This may just be a
Or it could
cleaning
be
up Tower of Hera play
This
while
could be.
Smirk gets a little info on TR beforehand. That way,
Could
if you
be.
can skip some things, you can skip some things, although
Yeah.
I feel like this was laid out in a way that you don't get to skip anything.
Yeah. Nope. Nope. Not with Ice Rod and Laser Bridge. Okay, yeah, here's that Ether Tablet, yes.
Nope, it is
Yeah,
going to be the Spike Cave check. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I might have done, I don't know. You probably want that information as quickly as possible. You'll eat the kind of extra mirror transition to have to do Tower of Hera.
And from the perspective of finding out whether or not this is your Ice Rod before your partner gets too deep into Turtle Rock, there's also some consideration to be given to that.
Yep.
Pichu with Skull Woods down now. Interesting, because Pichu has not collected the mirror yet, chose to go ahead and do the Master Sword Moth fight before collecting the Tempered Sword out of the Underbridge chest here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The half magic hammer, like it's not it's not too bad. Especially since Pichu is facing Moth at a little better equipment overall, a little better health than Amerith had to. Alright, so Smirk going to pick up these boots and probably not going to feel great. It's where you're thinking like, oh man, we could have had, like, could we have had boots
If we
some
just
time
come
ago?
up here with all of the pieces at one go, did we really need to leave that Cane of Samaria behind in Sphere 1 as long as we did? Yeah. And
Yeah.
these are the kinds of thoughts that run through your head when you find the boots in the lava chest.
Yeah, and also our is our Ice Rod in one of these stupid boots checks. Which I think even if you're afraid of that, I think you still have Arya keep going through TR unless you confirm 100% that the Ice Rod is not in here.
Absolutely, because you can just set your portal on Laser Bridge and save it.
Yep.
Since the only checks that those boots are enabling are Light World checks anyway.
Yep.
Amerith just has one very quick go mode dungeon to go.
Pichu has Mire and Swamp to go. Final mountain climb. This is...
It feels like Amerith is fairly ahead, but probably not by as much as Pichu is behind.
Yes. Especially because Arya will be able to skip some of these checks that Smirk is doing. Does not have to go outside at all. Knowing that the big chest is just junk and not a key. So we can skip that, even having to do lava chest getting the boots. Which they will almost... I mean, you have to. You don't know where Ice Rod is yet. You're getting those boots. Especially because also you don't know where GT Big Key is.
That is the other danger.
Yes.
It would be pretty awful to find out that GT Big Key was on the torch and have to walk slowly back across the top of Dark Death Mountain to go get your boots just so that you can finish GT.
Yep.
Blink and you miss it, Moldorm down for Marith. That is 10 dungeons complete. And Marith will be the first of these 4 runners into GT.
Yeah, there's go mode for Smirk and Joy Rando. Ice Rod on Laser Bridge.
Pichu appears to be napping on the job in Mire there. I'm not sure what got her.
Yeah. Dark Mire. Oh, so Pichu did decide to skip that lamp. It looks that lamp. The big key was slightly out of the way in Skullwoods. All right, Amarith is in GT now. Compass and small key in Hope Room. Very nice Trinex heal from Smirk.
And that is 10 dungeons on the board for Smirk JD.
Yep. Just GT and Aga 1 left. Joy Rando after. Well, Arya still has to do Hera as well. Right, so Vicky not on the right side. Not on the torch either.
So you could technically have gotten away without the boots, but did you want to?
Nope. Sure don't.
Because climbing Ganon's tower without the boots is just the worst.
Sure is. Oh, and another unfortunate death for Pichu. Yeah, even with some of these easier dark Mire strats, it's still very easy to lose a lot of health very quickly in Dark Mire.
Easier and free are 2 very different things.
Yep. And especially near the end of the seed, you know you're on a clock. You're in go mode. You want to finish as fast as you can. The pressure really is high in a situation like this.
And here we see the classic Smirk just not believing that Compass Room has anything ever.
All right. Oh yeah. Wait, where's the crystals? Oh yes, I saw the Hera. A little pause. Definitely expecting a crystal to show up. A circle of crystals, that is, and There we go. Nice bottle in Rando room for Marith. Bottle of red goo. Will absolutely not complain about that.
That may be the better safety. Now, the best safety would have been blue, but having access to red when you don't have blue cane or cape.
Yep.
It's not too shabby. Okay, Pichu has made it through the more difficult, hopefully, sections of Dark Mire now. Just has to find the door.
Yep. Yeah, you still want to be careful. Even with silvers, you still want to be very careful here. Oh, is this a... oh, this is a full clear GT basement.
Yes, it is.
I think Smirk's gonna start squatting and probably squatting in tile room as Arya is checking out right side.
There is the Mire Crystal for Pichu.
Yes, very good. So yeah, Pichu perseveres, takes down Vidi. Swamp Palace next for her. There we go. There's that GT big key in tile room.
I hope you're all happy, chat.
And yeah, Smirk was kind of still lighting some torches there. Arya's, I'm sure Arya's like, no, it's a tile room. Get out of there.
Yeah, I think we've got a couple of seconds desync on the To Joy of Rando, so it was Arya finds it, but the communication still had to happen on Smirk's end, so he's sitting there lighting torches, and then you get the, no, it's in here.
Alright, so Marith taking on the climb. Oh. Arya and Smirk collect the big key from tile room. Yeah, and just a reminder that we're using slow ROM in League, as you see that see those silver arrows whoosh across the room like you're watching The Matrix in 1999. Got that slow motion working. You know, very nice specky clip from Pichu.
Arya having a little adventure here in Mimics 1.
Yeah. Yeah, Marith taking down Landmo too.
Just fill them full of silvers, it'll be fine.
Yep.
Amerith very much using health as a resource here, down to 3.5 hearts.
Yeah. She does have that, she has that red potion in her back pocket. Also, she did pick up that powder. And she says, oh, cool. There we go. There's our bottle percent right there.
And that way, just have powder and the fillet, and you can catch a fairy here.
Yep.
The powder is fine. The bug catching net, however, not so much.
There's Argus down for Pichu, collecting her final crystal, and she'll be on her way to GT and Tile Room. Fortunately, that bottle of red goo she's not going to go out of her way to collect that. So I think even with tempered silvers, Pichu will saw by far the most dangerous Ganon fight of our Forerunners today.
That may, in fact, have been a triple.
There you go. Very nice Agatu from Amerith.
And now one of the more difficult tricks in co-op AD.
Yep.
Remembering to mirror and do Aga Tower after completing Ganon's Tower.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, perfect execution from Amerith. Mirroring right in front of Aga Tower. There's Agatu down for Smirk.
And a Ganon's Tower cutscene for Pichu.
Oh, just a little bit off in that final energy ball for Arya. Oh, and Aga gets pushed into the wall, canceling out another energy ball. Always hate to see that happen. There you go. There's Agatu down for Arya Stark as Amerith and Smirk climb Castle Tower. Pichu starting to collect her GT Big Key from Tile Room. And unfortunately, Pichu is getting a little bit of health chipped away. And again, no safeties, no cape, no powder, no bottle. So you just have to run around and avoid these tiles until the big key reveals itself to her. There's a GT big key for Pichu. So he's taking on the climb now. Down to 1 heart, so never mind.
Very
Just get a
timely fairy drop there
Yep.
off of the mimics.
Yep.
That high value prize pack coming in clutch.
Yep. And that's something you do love to see.
depending on how cooperative this AGA is, we may have 3 runners in AGA 1 at the same time.
Yeah. We shall see. Yeah, we're already seeing at least a couple of blue balls. There's a AGA 1 down for Maris. She'll be dropping into Ganon. Yeah, as long as she just executes the way she's done hundreds of times, I'm sure she'll very likely be the first finish of our runners.
And you always feel good putting that first finish on the board. You're sitting there thinking, yep, I'm not going to get sniped on this, right? My opponents are not both just going to drop the finish right now while I'm sitting here in phase 3.
Yep, nails the 1-on-1. Very nice.
And then it's the nice pressure that you get to put on your opponents because they're thinking, well, we know we're this close together. Are they just going to put this game away on us? And that's what Amarith's finish here in just a little bit is very likely to do.
Yep. Yeah, even with Joy Rando, pretty likely head. I mean, you still have to finish it off.
That's 3 silver sticks into the pig and 4. That is 1 splody pig for Amarith.
Yep. Very nice fight from Amarith. Yeah, get your GGs in chat for Amarith. Yeah, crossing that finish line first. Our runners.
With Smirk working on phase 3, Arya working on phase 1, maybe phase 2 now?
Yep.
Yep, into phase 2.
Yeah, if you don't nail the 1-on-1, this is exactly the spot you want Ganon to be in. Easy spins. And Pichu, Pichu gonna always fun. I mean, show off an always fun trick that you do. Hope you don't have to be in this situation to pull on the GG guy, but she saved Scum that mushroom ages ago, and there is a fake powder to refill her health on the climb. Very nice.
Keeps you alive, keeps the run going, and here is Smirk JD, the first finisher on the side of Joy of Rando.
Yep.
A solid minute and 13 seconds behind Amarith. Get your GGs in there for Smirk.
And Arya going to be close behind. There you go. Arya crossing the finish line in third with the official race time out GG time of 1:34.14. Pichu has Aga 2 left and Aga 1 along with the Ganon fight.
Matt Ewok heard our tracker with some useful information there in the chat. I don't think that it is possible to beat Aga 1 in 10 seconds.
Unfortunately.
But Pichu just with the Aga Tower climb to go here, and then the pig. And at this point, I think we may have to bring it back to some of the unfortunate deaths that Where's My Meme item suffered. Marith had the early issues in Skull Woods, and then Pichu later in Dark Mire.
Yep. Which is, yeah, unfortunate because getting into go mode first among the teams, they made up a whole lot of ground. They had seeded with some of those unfortunate deaths, and yeah, just was not enough at the end. In the end, I think they still kept it pretty close to Marith. I mean, it shows you how much it helped them that Marith finished first despite some of those deaths, like getting those boots, being able to go mode so many dungeons. It was just like so big for their team.
So Pichu is up out of dark here onto the penultimate floor of Aga Tower. And just one inconvenient wizard fight away from our last battle with the pig for the evening. Okay, Aga, we've seen the song and dance before.
Yep. Yeah, we know you shoot blue balls out sometimes. Don't need to make a big show of it.
$118 the CR for Arya. The other two already completed runners don't seem to believe in using the fast forward function.
Nope. Yeah, there's Aga 1 down for Pichu.
Okay, Pichu safely into phase 2 here, has the nice position, choosing to go for slashes rather than the spins. one arrow. Oh, I actually got the fire rod torch glitch. I'm not sure if that was entirely intentional, but it worked.
Yep. And that is the pig down for Pichu. Get your G's in chat.
Careful,
her.
Pichu. I've ended runs doing that. And now we are joined by all four of our runners: Joy of Rando, Arya Stark, Smirk JD. Where's my meme item? Amarith, Pichu. Good game, everybody.
GG's.
GG's.
All right,
I want some boots.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start with Amarith and your attempt to completely turn this game around by having all of the items for TR when getting to TR and pulling boots and ice rod out of it.
Because the answer is just always TR. It's always TR. Except when it's not TR, but this time it was TR. No, because we were looking at like what's left, and we're like, oh, there's just like Ice Palace, like not really much. Like Pichu was going through Pod at the time. Like I want that Samaria. I want to go up the mountain. I want to go to Turtle Rock. There's something there. There's got to be something there.
Well, you
Yeah,
were
it hit.
definitely right.
Yeah, it hit really big. I mean, you were, I think, literally the only one of our four runners to be up there with everything to get into TR at the same time. And
I mean, it makes
paid
sense
off very well. Yeah.
Because Agina is such a terrible check, and you're not likely to have that the first time up the mountain. So.
Yep, and Saha's easy to put off if you, like, don't know if you need ether right away.
Yeah, I
It's
think
just kind of
like,
lined up.
Yeah, if the thing is, both Arya and I skipped Agina, but like if one of us had done that, then the other could have at least made the choice to get the other item that might be required. But yeah. So we were bootsless for a long time and sad.
Yes. yeah. It's just unfortunate it just ended up there because, I mean, once you kind of get that Samaria, I mean, TR is like a lot less inviting now that you have to like walk back up the mountain again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, if you're already there, it's like, okay, let's just check it out because we're playing, a co-op or it's two of us, let's go for it. But like, if you have to make the decision to go all the way back up, oof.
Yeah, especially when suddenly like Ice Palace is a good option, and it opens up literally like everything else. Like suddenly we can do Swamp. Suddenly, Combo Pod and Eastern is awesome. Just like a lot of options that unfortunately weren't just go into TR and get your go mode.
Yeah, there was a moment where I was talking with Arya and I considered like, okay, do I go to TR since he had done like the dungeons that I had left and vice versa. So we knew that nothing was in those dungeons. There was a few overworld things left, but I was like, should I just like go to TR and see if the ice rod is there? I wasn't even thinking boots necessarily, but like if the ice rod is there and make the play, we can save us some time, but then I'd have to like come back down. So we just decided, nah, let's just play it efficient and, clear all the dungeons we can and then just go to TR after so we don't have to worry about a second mountain climb. And fortunately that worked out because it could have also been like boots locking ice rod and like bonk rocks or something silly. And
and something like that was going to be meme item's best possible outcome of that, finding the boots and then the ice rod being back off the mountain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it seems like Amarith really was making all the plays, because we'll go back to something like 10 minutes into the seed where you pull the out-of-logic bow out of the Eastern Palace Vanilla Big Key location.
That was funny, especially after the sword in the big chest. I was like, oh, neat, a sword. Okay, I at least got that.
That's right. I didn't even think about it because I was like, oh, the bow and Ice Palace. But yeah, because those were my silvers. But yeah, there's a bow in Eastern. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, that was the bow in Ice House is a little unfortunate for me, my item, because that bow in Eastern would have been like very, very big for them if that was literally the only logical bow available.
Yeah, absolutely. Dang, yeah, that would have been our last location for sure. Oh my gosh. So I want to say, before I thank all of you guys, I do want to say that I'm so thankful that I have good teammates, because I'm like, Arya, can you go to Thieves Town? I'm not comfortable with my 6 hearts. And he's like, I'm at 3. And I'm like, yeah.
Yo, we made sure to note like how many more hearts you had than literally everyone. You might have had as many hearts as everyone else combined at some point.
Hey, I got a 4th in chess game from the heart piece, so I was good.
Yeah.
I clutched it out on 1 heart.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty much any of the scary plays. Like, that's why I refused to go to Thieves Town or Skull Woods, because I was like, I can't do it. And so Arya took the bullet and did it for me. So.
Oh, they're not that bad.
I'm just scared of them. Like, even if I can do it, I'm scared. So I run away.
Yeah, and, speaking of scary plays, Pichu unfortunately had a very, very a tough end game just because being in go mode as quickly as you were, Pichu dodged a lot of the safeties. No cape, no powder, no lamp, no bottles. So
No fillet.
no
Wait, you also
flare.
have
Yeah,
cape?
that's
What?
oh yeah.
Where was Cape?
Left side swamp, smile.
Oh.
And Filet was Graveyard Ledge, by the way.
And we had Mirror go, so.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Mirror was your go. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because Marif made that early play into TR,
Right.
the boots
Yeah.
and the ice rod, and it's just like
That makes sense.
Yeah, I remember like TR find boots and ice rod, then go like to highest find flute, then go to Mire find mirror. Well, we in go mode. I'm like, okay.
Oh wow. So I almost skipped the lamp as well, because I had already done Mire, and that's like my hardest dark room. But that's also because I forgot about Castle Tower. So I'm glad that I actually went and got it, because I don't know how I feel about trying to do Castle Tower in the dark. So I'm happy about that, but that could definitely be rough.
yeah.
I mean,
I
let's
guess
be
we'll
honest,
see.
Fire is everyone's hardest dark room, probably.
I mean, I died twice in Mire in this seed. So, yeah.
Well, thank you guys, commentators and Tracker and Restream and everybody, and GG's again to you guys. I just wanted to get that out there real quick. Thank you guys so much.
Yep. Unfortunately, we are going to have to give the channel away here in a couple of minutes. So, any final thoughts from any of our other runners?
Find your memes item, guys.
We're looking to get you back on the second game.
Yeah, I'll be watching.
Yeah, just to echo what Smirk said. Thanks to everybody for getting this restream done. This was fun, close race. I expect Saturday's race to be as close, so it should be fun.
Joy of Rando putting that all-important first win of the season on the board. Where's my meme item going to look to even that one back up in a Saturday tilt? Good luck to both teams. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, Sheen, I think we should probably go ahead and close up here. Final thoughts?
Yep. Just thanks again for all of our runners, for letting us regime this race. Thanks again to crew, Maddie Walker, putting in huge work today. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good one, everybody. I hope you enjoyed an hour and a half of Link to the Past Rando Open League. Smirk JD, Arya Stark composing Joy of Rando, Amarith and Pichu Tin Yu composing Where's My Meme Item, Maddie Walker doing the tracking, my buddy Shinmaru, and I am MindDM. We were your commentators this evening. Have a good one, everybody, but it's time for us to sign this thing off. Bye for now.